Hey everyone, I need your attention for 1 minute. This is not one of those ads. This is something that has changed my entire life. If you've been listening to this podcast, you know that this is all about personal development as the foundation for everything good in your life. And this podcast is now sponsored by Growth Day, which is the world's first all-in-one personal development app. I mean, oh my gosh, can you imagine having everything all in one place that you need to create the life that you want? Now you can. So if you've been struggling with your motivation, your mood, your productivity, or your purpose, you have to check this out. Growth Day helps you consciously change your life and achieve your potential. It has all the self-improvement tools, motivational classes, and life coaching all in one place. So many of us want to improve our lives, but the question is how? Where do we start? What do we use? How do you get unstuck? How do you make self-improvement stick? Well, research shows how. It's when you consistently journal, track your habits, set goals, learn from empowering mentors, and challenge yourself that you'll be happier, healthier, and more successful. But let me ask you something. Where do you actually do all of your personal development work? I have to tell you that over 300,000 people use Growth Day for a reason. It works. It's the world's #1 software for self-improvement. Growth Day has an amazing mindset journal that I absolutely love, a habit tracker, and a goal-setting system. In fact, I bet if you went to my stories this week, you probably saw me using the journaling app and telling you to do it too, because it's the first time that journaling has ever actually stuck consistently in my life because of this app. And best of all, Growth Day has live inspirational classes every single week from the world's top motivational speakers and life coaches. These are people who have impacted my life in huge ways. These are mentors who I already knew and loved. In fact, this is something that's so huge for me, you guys. I personally teach a class in Growth Day every single month, and it is one of the most fun things that I get to do, and I'd love to see you there. These classes will truly shift your life. There's always something new that you will learn. So join me and 300,000 achievers growing our lives with actual real intention. Visit growthday.com/Lori for a free trial. Yes, you can try this for free. So go to growthday.com/Lori and go live your best life. You guys, that's growthday.com/Lori. And I can't wait to see you there.
The people who come willingly by following your example, you got to be grateful that they are lifelong friends that are coming along for the ride. But the people that you feel like you're dragging into your new life, the ones that may not be cheering on your goals, the ones that may be questioning your motives, the ones that may be questioning why you're spending so much time doing this and that you didn't do before, those are the ones that you got to stop dragging into your new life. And we're back
with another episode of He Said, She Said.
And we were just sitting here reflecting on how freaking awesome our circle of influence is. How kind, how powerful, how helpful, how life-saving. Listen, we owe this extraordinary life to a lot of different things, but I think one of the biggest things is we owe it to the circle of influence, the circle of friends, the circle of connections that we've built. And that's what we kind of wanted to jam on a little bit today.
We're going to give you 3 things around expanding your circle of influence and how to do that. But really, I just want to mirror what he said, looking back at all of just the needle moving moves or the intros from the people in our life. And I also just want to look at, Chris, through the years, all of the different people and relationships that we have chose to nurture and keep up. And as we give these to you, I also want to say it is this conscious decision to really keep up the relationships that come into your life strategically, not necessarily knowing that they're going to give you something, but knowing that these people are valuable to you and you want to add value to them and what that looks like.
Well, you nailed it. And I want to make sure this is damn clear what you're saying. You strategically keep curating the circle of influence in your life Not because you think they're going to give you something, but because you know it's going to make your life better if you are paying attention to building the best circle of influence you can possibly build. There's no other way. There's no bad outcome of constantly up-leveling, of constantly tweaking, of constantly improving your circle of influence. But there are very bad outcomes if you're not conscious of this, if you're just kind of letting it form, if you're just taking a lazy approach to it. Let me give you real examples. This is why we wanted to do this episode today. This week alone, I paired a multi-million-dollar investor with one of my friends who's raising money. Yesterday, we got off a business call with friends in our circle of influence who are going to help us with a business, what would you call it, Lori?
Just a big
opportunity,
business move and opportunity for a current business.
That would have been way more expensive and took way longer if not for the shortcut, the bridge that they're building for us. I'm telling you, your circle of influence is everything, but it doesn't happen on accident. Hence why we wanted to give you the 3 ways that we think we've really been able to build a powerful circle of influence.
All right. So number 1, build the container you wish existed.
And this is for everyone who's like, well, I don't have people around me that could help me with my goals, or I don't know who to turn to, or I don't know how to find these people. You know the old cheesy saying from, was it Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come? A lot of times that's a BS line. But in this case, it's a true one. If you build the container that you wish existed, start locally or start online, and then showed up consistently and added value to that container, then you'd be surprised at how quickly you start attracting brand new people that you did not know 5 minutes ago, but are absolutely up-leveling your circle of influence. Give some examples, Lori.
Well, I want to give the example of in the beginning. So when I was new at things, when I did not have money, when I wasn't out in the world, I'm looking back at like, oh my God, was this like 13 years ago?
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Minneapolis.
When I lived in Minneapolis and we had lost everything. We had lost our home, moved into a smaller place. I was still working at an LA Fitness. I wasn't out on my own, you guys. And I really wanted to go out on my own. I really wanted my own business. I really wanted to be, we weren't coining it an influencer back then. I wanted to be a person of influence. And honestly, nobody knew who I was. I didn't have a big circle of friends. I had just started out, but I wanted to be hosting these events and these female meetups where sometimes we talk about health and wellness and fitness and mindset and mental health. And I didn't know where to turn in order to, number 1, host these things because I didn't really have a spot at the time. I was still working at an LA Fitness. And 2, who in the heck would come? So what I ended up doing was asking a friend who had a
little conference room in their apartment building.
A conference room in their apartment building. And I ended up saying like, okay, how much does this cost? Is it free? And ended up being free as long as you put your name in. And so many people have these things, even if they're $50, you guys, you can figure out how to get $50 in order to rent these rooms. And we made flyers. We made flyers in that apartment. We put it out on Facebook. We made it our mission to ask all of our friends if they wanted to go. We just wanted to get this meetup together of women who were into wellness and health and do like a little mini hour-long seminar and connect them and share with them what we wanted to do. At the time, we were starting network marketing. And I wanted to add value, though. I want to give you that key thing is that not only did I want to create this container and get people there, but I wanted to make sure that even if they didn't want the network marketing product that I had to offer, that they left that event feeling connected to each other and like they got a ton of value. So it's just like anything that we do. If you add a bunch of value to people, whether they purchase the thing or not, they're going to remember you as a valuable person. And that's how you're going to start building these containers that more and more people come to, and you'll be able to offer the thing that you want throughout that container.
You'd be surprised. I used to host little meetups at restaurants, and you'd be surprised at the back rooms that restaurants will give you, especially if you say, hey, what's your slowest night? I would love to bring some people to your back room, and I promise to spend X number of dollars on dinner cumulatively. And by the way, you don't have to buy that dinner. I used to, but you don't have to. You could say, hey, I provide the bottle of wine, and everyone has to pay for their own food. You can do things like that to create the container you wish existed. Now, here's the thing. You're going to do it the first time, and it might suck. It might be a flop.
Yeah.
And most of you are going to stop. Most of you are going to stop. But those of you who don't stop, those of you who do it a second time and a third time and a fourth time and a fifth time until it pops and until it's busting at the seams, you're the ones that are going to have the circle of influence that can write your ticket no matter where you want to go. You have to understand that consistency and adding value are the superpowers when you build the container that you wish existed. Stop waiting for someone else to build it. Stop showing up to somebody else's, because there's something very special that happens when you're the centerpiece of that container. When people start showing up to the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th event and they say, wait, who put this together? She did? He did? All of a sudden you are elevated on a platform and everybody wants to be a part of your sphere. They want to add value to you. That's the secret. This lake house that we're at right now, this is a great example of building a container that we wish existed. We wanted somewhere super beautiful, super chill to invite some of our closest friends up to and just have great conversations while playing in the boat and wake surfing and sitting around fires and all that. This is an extreme version of it that I want you to work your way up to. But nonetheless, we call this a mastermind house. This is a house where we invite really awesome, really cool people to jam with and have fun with and strengthen our relationships. And already miracles and business opportunities and breakthroughs have come out of it. And we're not even a month into this place. Mm-hmm. So I'm telling you guys, number one, build a container you wish existed. Number two, there are plenty of containers that already exist. So number two is go to more events. There's events everywhere. Like, Lori, I'm looking at all the ones that we're speaking at coming up. You're speaking at Lindsay's Powerhouse Women in August. We're both speaking at Keisha's event in October. I'm speaking at Andrea Sager's event called Dream Bigger, also in October.
Keisha's is Empower Her Life.
Yep. I'm telling you guys, there are so many awesome self-development and business events. And everybody that you wish you could meet, they're going to these events. Like, roll up your sleeves, find a way to buy that ticket, drive all night if you have to, because it's a container that already exists of contained high energy for you to go and network and build these relationships.
You know, I'm thinking back to the woman who got us involved in our network marketing company, who, thank God, because that was our first intro into business and so many different things. She literally slept on the floor in a hotel room with a bunch of other women. And thank God she did that, because she was the person who got us involved. And I just think of all the people who sacrifice like that, who've ended up being successful, because the stakes are higher. Like, for those of you who are like, God, I don't know if I can do it. Those are typically the people who make it happen, who do that first layer of proving to yourself what is possible for you. So if you're in that place where you're like, God, I'm not sure if I can do that. If you make it happen, that's your first proof of what you're capable of doing. Because let me just tell you how hard it gets sometimes in business. And if you can't make these things happen and find a way, then I honestly don't believe that people have earned the right to be in business, because it's going to get hard and you have to get scrappy.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And by the way, there's local events too. Some of you have more than others. But there's local events that you can start. They may not be ideal. It may not be the best people in the world that you want to network with, but it's a start. What if you find one person? And what if that one person is the one that you then partner with and get in the car and go to an event a few states over? Maybe that's what your evolution looks like. But you've got to go to more events. Listen, 1 year of powerful networking will change your life forever. 1 year of intentional networking, 1 year of burning the boats and saying, okay, I'm going to spend more than I've ever spent. I'm going to invest more time than I've ever invested. I'm going to do, go make scarier introductions than I've ever made before. I'm going to go to more events than I've ever gone to in 1 year. 1 year of doing that will change your circle of influence forever. You will never want again for an introduction. You will never want again for someone to do you a favor. You will never want again for someone to keep you going or cheer you on. I'm telling you, everyone you're looking for, they're at events that are already put together for you. You just got to drag your tail there. And number 3 is stop dragging old people into your new life. Notice that I use the word dragging. Here's how you can tell when people from your past are meant to be in your new life or not, because that's what you're building. You're building a new life of new possibilities, new records, new wealth, new happiness, new habits, new everything. The people who come willingly by following your example, you got to be grateful that they are lifelong friends. that are coming along for the ride. But the people that you feel like you're dragging into your new life, the ones that may not be cheering on your goals, the ones that may be questioning your motives, the ones that may be questioning why you're spending so much time doing this and that you didn't do before, those are the ones that you got to stop dragging into your new life. Those are the ones that are like anchors. You're trying to get the boat to move and you got all these anchors in the water still. Cut the anchors and let the people in the boat who come willingly. Because trust me, there's going to be plenty of people in your new life to fill the rest of the seats in your boat.
Now that I'm in a place, and I want you to understand how this should feel, because some of you don't know how it feels yet. Now that I'm in a place where my relationships are an equal energy exchange, it doesn't mean that I am not giving a lot of energy to these relationships in my life. It's that I am intentionally giving energy and asking for what they need. But when I do it, the energy and the things that I'm adding or giving are being used. They're being valued by that other person. And they're also propelling me forward. So not only does it feel good to do it because I know it's a relationship where they actually value what I'm giving them. It's not like I'm resuscitating someone who is not responding to what I'm doing, but they are also giving me equal value. And it doesn't have to be at the same exact time. It can be like, I know this person shows up for me. I know that they're going to be there for me. I know that when I need help in this arena, I'm going to ask for it. This is really key, you guys, because a lot of us can have these relationships in our life who are valuable and who do add value, but we're not actually asking either. And, I have a really amazing friend in my life who's really showing up in a big way for me right now, like bigger than I can possibly tell you. But this wouldn't have even happened if I hadn't first put out an SOS and said, hey, I am really struggling in this area. I need some help. And this is when she stepped up. But if she didn't know, if I hadn't have really said what I needed and asked for help, then I wouldn't have had the help in that particular area. So really knowing like you also have a lot of responsibility in these relationships to not only say what you need, but also to ask them what they need and show up for them.
It's interesting. I actually realized that the person you're referencing right now, she came into your life using all three of these criteria that we just named. In other words, first, you met her at an event. Second, you built a container to continue and strengthen that relationship.
Oh my God, that's weird.
And
we did not plan this.
And third, no, we did. This is crazy. I just realized this. And third, you had to make room for her in your new life to show up big and help you out by cutting ties with old individuals that were no longer serving your new goals.
Yeah.
She literally transcended all three pieces of this advice. So guys, I'm telling you, this works. Number one, build a container you wish existed. Number two, go to the events that are already done for you. Number three, stop dragging old people into your new life if it's indeed dragging them. One of the things that we're so passionate about is making this easier for everybody because getting together in person has changed everything for us. I'll be very frank. There's nobody that we wouldn't be able to get a hold of without one being in one introduction away. No one. There's no one. I don't think I can name anyone who are not one introduction away from now being able to be introduced to. But it's because we spent time face to face. It's because we spent time in person. Zoom doesn't cut it. It's a good way to maintain it, but it doesn't cut it. Always being a part of virtual things doesn't cut it. It's a good way to maintain it, but it doesn't create that strong ride or die connection. We're working on a special project to make it easier and more affordable for you to go to as many events that are already done for you, as many as you want. Literally, if you're like, I'm going to an event every single month. I want to go to Powerhouse. I want to go to Empower Her. I want to go to, you name it, Thrive. We're coming up with a way for you to be able to go to as many events as you want for totally free, meaning you don't have to pay event tickets, and just one small membership. If that excites you, if you want to hear more about that when we finally launch it, because we're only going to launch it in small phases, then go ahead and text us the word events. Text us the word events, EVENTS, to 310-421-0416. We're only going to test this with a small batch of people first. Go to as many events as you want for free for one small fee. If you're interested, if you want the best year of networking of your life, then text us the word events to 310-421-0416. In the meantime, you guys got the keys to building your best circle of influence ever. I promise it'll change everything for you. Thanks for listening. Love and appreciate you.
Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to Circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to Circle.so. You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to Circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool. Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. And I want to make sure that you have my phone number, and I'm not kidding. Did you know that I have a community text number? For real. My phone number is 310-496-8363. This goes directly to my phone. All you have to do is text the word daily to 310-496-8363. And I literally text you every single day, Monday through Friday. I actually just got done 30 seconds ago texting a bunch of people back, and I talk to you all of the time. You guys, people always ask me how I got my community text number and how it works. Well, all you have to do is you can just go to community.com and get your own. Community makes it easy to get a phone number that you can use to build your audience using text. People just text you at your number and they're added to your group. Then you can text them out audios, video links, anything you want. You guys, I text out happy birthday videos. I love to send podcast links, thoughts about life, book recommendations, different events that I'm doing in the local area. Texting gets me out of the noise of social media and directly into your hand. And now you can start texting your people too. Just go to community.com to get your phone number. They give you a 10-digit real phone number, not those weird short codes that look like spam, but it's more than a phone number. Your new number comes with an inbox for SMS and texting. This means you can actually manage your text list from your computer and an app on your phone. You can schedule text to send at certain times and to certain groups. You can even set up auto replies or let your assistant or customer service team answer your text messages via Community's awesome dashboard. Just go to community.com and ask for a free demo. They'll show you how it works and get you your number. It's time to start texting your audience versus just posting on social media. Everyone uses Community for that. So go check them out at community.com. I can tell you it's not just great for communicating with my audience, but Chris and I use Community and our texts to also
sell out our launches. I'm telling you, you get such an incredible response because you really are creating a true, deep sense of community. And it's so intimate. It's freaking amazing. Go check it out at community.com.
Want to know a huge secret to my success? Okay, not only my success, but just about every single person that I have interviewed on this podcast who is successful has this in common. You guys, they love to journal. They capture their life lessons and what they're grateful for. But a lot of people don't keep this up consistently. And most people do know that the research shows that journaling deepens your gratitude and increases self-awareness. But did you also know that journaling decreases stress and helps you achieve your goals faster? In fact, journaling is a huge differentiator between average performers at work and high-performing people. It leads to longer-term clarity, confidence, and success. So why don't more people journal? Why didn't I journal consistently? Honestly, they don't like staring at a blank page. It's hard to carry a book around with you or a notepad, and they just don't even know what to write about, or they just forget. That's why I know that you're going to love Growth Day. It's the world's #1 system for self-improvement, and it's like all-in-one personal development in an app. And it has an awesome digital journal, and people love it. Growth Day's digital journal has hundreds of research-backed writing prompts for self-reflection, positive mindset, confidence building, and success. I use them all the time, and it makes me think in ways that I typically don't, and it makes me ask myself better questions, which we all know gets better results in our life. It even has prompts that help you develop a daily, weekly, or monthly habit of reflecting on your life and identifying areas to grow. So it's a perfect time of year to start journaling, you guys. When you sign up at Growth Day, you also get systems for habit tracking, goal setting, and scoring, and improving every area of your life. Best of all, I get to teach there too, you guys. I'm so excited. I hope that I get to see you. I teach live in Growth Day every single month with a new topic just for you. So join me there. Start your free trial at growthday.com/Lori.